Afternoon. Highs around 70. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 60%. Thursday night, rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 70%. Friday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the middle 70s. Friday night, rain showers and chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the middle 50s. Chance of precipitation 80%. Saturday, mostly sunny with slight chance of rain showers. Highs in the upper 60s. Saturday night and Sunday, partly cloudy. Lows in the middle 40s. Highs in the upper 60s. Sunday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows around 50. Chance of precipitation 30%. Monday and Monday night, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Highs around 70. Lows in the lower 50s. Chance of precipitation 40%. Tuesday, partly sunny with slight chance of rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 70s. Here is the hazardous weather outlook. For today and tonight, a red flag warning has been issued for Republic, Cloud, and Ottawa counties this afternoon. Very high fire danger is otherwise expected along and west of the Marysville to Manhattan to Council Grove line. For Wednesday through Monday, elevated fire danger is possible again on Wednesday in north central Kansas. Spotter activation will not be needed through tonight. The Todeka, Kansas climate summary for this evening, as of 4 p.m., April 26, 2022. Today's high temperature was 70 degrees. This time the normal high of 70. Today's low temperature was 33 degrees. This low was 14 degrees below the normal low of 47. No precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 0.93 inches. The total precipitation for the year still stands at 5.80 inches. Today the maximum wind observed was 16 miles an hour from the southeast. The highest wind gust observed was 21 miles per hour from the southeast. Sunset tonight is at 8:11 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:29 a.m. The Manhattan, Kansas climate summary for this evening, as of 4 p.m., April 26, 2022. Today's high temperature was 73 degrees. This high was 3 degrees above the normal high of 70. Today's low temperature was 26 degrees. This low was 19 degrees below the normal low of 45. No precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 0.34 inches. The total precipitation for the year still stands at 3.09 inches. Today the maximum wind observed was 22 miles an hour from the south. The highest wind gust observed was 32 miles per hour from the southwest. Sunset tonight is at 8:15 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:33 a.m. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXK91, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.475 MHz, with transmitter facilities located in Todeka, Kansas. Thanks for listening. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXK91 in Todeka, Kansas. Here are the 6 p.m. conditions for the local area. At Todeka, it was sunny. The temperature was 70 degrees, and the relative humidity was 21%. The wind was south at 13 miles an hour, gusting to 18. The pressure was 30.22 inches and falling. At Manhattan, it was sunny. The temperature was 72 degrees, and the relative humidity was 18%. The wind was south at 18 miles an hour, gusting to 28. Around the region, it was sunny, with a temperature of 68 at Lawrence, 67 at Kansas City, 69 at Emporia, 70 at Concordia, and 63 at Springfield. it was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 71 at Beatrice, 71 at Omaha, and 69 at Wichita. Once again, at Manhattan, it was 72 degrees under sunny skies. Once again, at Todeka, it was 70 degrees under sunny skies. Now here is your National Weather Service forecast. Tonight, not as cool. Mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, breezy, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Then rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms after midnight.
Alrighty guys, what is going on, y'all? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I hope you guys have been staying safe here. So, I'm having a bit of technical difficulties today because I am trying to... First of all, my phone's being stupid and it won't connect to the internet for some reason. And my tablet is dead. So, we're going to have to go here for a second. We're going to wait a second here to get things back up and running. So I won't be able to really read comments here as of now because, you know, obviously some issues that are going on at the moment. So, but yeah, sorry about that, y'all. But anyways, guys, like I said, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you guys are doing good here. Let's go ahead and see your Sleet. I know you're here. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Not Zach as well. Matt and Abby. What's up, you guys? Hope y'all are staying safe. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and switch on over here to the just chatting mode here for a minute while I go ahead and get everything set up here because obviously I want to I want to get everything working here. So let's see, Mike's in here. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing good. Same thing for you, Toby. What's up, Toby? Hope you guys are doing all right. Glad to see all of you guys here for today. Let's go ahead and see your I don't know how to pronounce your name. Made in WX. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Obviously, welcome. Glad to see you here as well. That goes to all of you guys out there. Hope you guys are staying safe. So, yeah, look at this. It's dead. My tablet's dead for some reason. And my phone doesn't want to connect to the internet, unfortunately. So, it keeps on telling me to type in the right password, even though that's the right one. Yeah, because I went out to eat earlier, and apparently it, when I went to disconnect from it, I guess it just... Hopefully it works. Dang it. Okay. Ha! Mia. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. As you may have noticed, I'm not the best with names when it comes to it, but, you know, I'm just going to have to wait here a minute before this does decide it wants to actually work here. So, but anyways, guys, welcome. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys are doing all right. So, like I said, I'm going to have to change this here for a minute so I can actually read y'all's comments coming through here. So, but I'm also going to need to switch our scenes. I'm having a bit of a hard time here today. Let's go see Duke right here. I hope you are as well, other than technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Other than that, yeah, it sucks. You know, it happens, though. It is what it is. You know, I can't expect everything to work properly the way it wants to all the time. So, here's what we're going to talk about first. Obviously, I kind of want to go over the models here. So, we're taking a look here at the GFS model. Actually, I'm going to change this to the NAM model real quick. I want to discuss the short range, and then we're going to dive into the long range here in a moment. Hopefully, my tablet will come up here soon, or I'll be able to read y'all's comments here. Tell you what. All right, there we go. I can actually read y'all now. Let's go see. Yeah, so Mike says doing great here. I hope you are as well. In technical difficulties. Yeah, glad to see you here again, Mike. Hope you're doing good. So, this is what we are looking at here. We have, you know, all this, you know, this front is moving its way out of the eastern side of the United States at the moment, backing in all that cooler air. So that's why it's a little bit more chilly than it has been over the last few days. So, as we do track down here in time, here's where the event is really going to start kicking off here. So, I do expect, like I said, Friday is going to be pretty nasty in regard to things. I mean, look at this. This actually model is actually showing a lot less of a cap here. Actually, this is for late Thursday. Yeah, this is for late Thursday. We might even see something here according to NAM model. I'll tell you what, we're going to grab a sounding here across the central portion. We're going to see what's going on over here. Okay, let me switch back to our view here. Yeah, sorry about that. So wind shear is weak. Obviously, it's going to be kind of a concern. I don't think anything's really going to want to form off of that. Just because it says tornado does not mean that there is going to be a tornado. But I will say there is that slight veering wind shear pattern. So maybe, you know, that's kind of what you want to see here for tornadoes. But like I said before, you know, the wind shear is quite weak. I really don't expect much to happen here. In regard to tornadoes, I mean, could it be possible of an isolated tornado? Of course. But, you know, like I said, tornadoes probably not going to be quite a concern here for Thursday. Like I said, the wind shear is just a little bit too weak at the moment. We got to wait till Friday hits whenever that area of low pressure starts strengthening and pulling in and everything. But in regard to thermodynamics, though, I mean, we're looking pretty good. Relatively dry atmosphere could support some hail damaging wind potential here as well. We have a lot of energy in the atmosphere, talking over 3,000 joules per kilogram. My tablet's finally turning on here. So overall, instability-wise, yes. I mean, theoretically, there could be some pretty nasty storms firing off here in regard to things. And like I said, it could cause some damaging winds as well as maybe some hail. But tornadoes, you know, wind shear is a little bit too weak here in regard to things. And also, I think that storm base is a little bit too high as well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and pull up my thing. Tablet's at 1%. I'm going to turn the brightness all the way down so that it doesn't absolutely kill itself. The thing about tablets, or the thing about iPads anyways, is that they love to freak out. Why isn't the internet working on this either? What the heck? I think it's the see, here's the weird thing. It's working on my phone, or it's not working on my phone. It's working on my computer. I'm streaming here through the same internet, not Ethernet. These are both wireless. But it's not wanting to pick up. What is going on here? Okay. Yeah, it's just doing the spinny thing of death. Okay. Well, you know, guys, I'm sorry if I'm not really talking too much in regard to people's comments here. So sorry about that, but, you know, we just got to get through it here. Unfortunately, like I said, today we're dealing with a bit of technical difficulties in regard to things. Let's go and see. Laylo says, do I think Dallas-Fort Worth should be worried here on Friday? That's actually a good question here. So, we're going to go ahead and move down here. So, like I said, for Friday, we move here to, here's the mid-range models here. So, in regard to things, like I was explaining before here, for late Friday, you know, across the areas here near Dallas-Fort Worth, I mean, there's definitely enough instability to allow for thunderstorms to fire off here. However, you know, like I said, there's a pretty strong cap in effect as well. I was explaining the bottle technique earlier in today's video. If you guys don't know, if you guys didn't see the video, I recommend going and checking it out now. But basically, you know, we were looking at the way that cap works, basically, at one segment. And basically, this is all the energy is pushing down, preventing thunderstorms from really firing off here. So, we're going to grab a sounding here near Dallas. This is from the NAM model. I'm giving this the best potential here, because this is really late evening when this, you know, the temperature is obviously the hottest here. Yeah, but there's the thing here. You know, obviously, here's what we're dealing with, y'all. So, right here, I mean, our winds are very, very weak, for one. These are all of our wind shear. We're not talking anything higher than 30 knots. That's pretty weak. So, the storms might struggle. They actually might struggle to keep up if, you know, probably duration of these storms is not going to be long at all. But, you know, there is also a cap right here. Okay, this little bulge that you see going on right here, this is basically that warm layer, that air that's sinking versus rising. Thunderstorms rise, this air is sinking. So it's basically pushing, creating a neutral force here, neutral or negative force here towards, you know, towards the surface. So this is basically going to, you know, basically like, think of it as like a big bodyguard. Basically, you know, a bodyguard prevents people from going a specific place. And that's basically what this is doing. It's saying, oh, you can't go there, basically. So that's what we are seeing here in regard to things. So that might be a bit of trouble for thunderstorms firing off. Like I said, I gave it the best. I literally gave it the best potential it could have. Considering this is the late evening where the heat is obviously the surface is heated up at its max potential here. So you know, in regard to things, we're gonna have to watch this, you know, conditionally from the models. We're gonna see what has to happen here. But you know, the areas here right here where I'm circling, this is basically showing us that we don't really have a cap here. So we could actually see some thunderstorms fire off across bits of Kansas and Oklahoma. I'd honestly say it's possible here for late Thursday here. definitely being a possibility in regard to things. So, you know, we're going to have to watch it here. We're going to have to keep an eye on it here. I'm actually going to move this over here. I'm going to keep my comments here so I can actually read it on the main screen here. Let's switch back to this too. So, you know, that's basically what we are looking at here in the short range, in the short to mid range here. Let's go and see. Courtney donated 3. Courtney, really? Come on. You didn't have to do that, Courtney. Courtney calls me a fish, okay. Yeah, the trend going around there is me and Courtney have been calling each other fish for a while, but you didn't have to do that, Bob. Thank you so much, though. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's another name we call each other, by the way. So I want everyone to spam Bob here in the comments and call Arctic Bob, because that's who she is. Anyways, so that's basically what we are seeing here. Now, in the long range, here's where things start to get a little bit more interesting. So what's going to happen is here on Friday, not only are we going to have a lot of instability in the atmosphere, but we're also going to have a lot of wind shear here as well. In regard to things. I mean, look at this. We're having values here near 3,000 across some of these regions here. That area of low pressure is really starting to kick off. We have over 50 knots of shear pointing to the southeast here, basically across bits of Colorado here. You can see all of this motion is moving its way here down to the southeast in regard to things. So that's kind of what we are looking at here. So we have all this warm air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, shooting its way up here into the central portion of the United States. That's why it gets so muggy beforehand, okay? It gets so muggy because, you know, all that warm air is pushing its way into, basically pushing its way into the states here. And then the opposite effect happens on the back end side. Obviously, the higher you go up in the atmosphere, the higher you go up in latitude here, the more colder it gets. So we get that interaction between that warm and cold air starting to kick off here, which honestly causes that instability, that basically that differential in warm and cold temperatures, as well as dry and moisture-filled air. So that's kind of what we're seeing here in regard to things. That's kind of what we are seeing in stuff like that. So we're going to have to watch this here really over the next several days here. So I tell you what, we're going to grab a sounding here for after sunset. Across Oklahoma City, there's a very large cap, apparently, according to GFS model here. That's what it looks like, and there it is right there. So that's kind of a bit of trouble in itself. However, shear-wise, look at that. We have some strong northerlies and strong easterlies at the mid-levels. So that's basically showing you that there's a bit of rotation. I can honestly draw that a little bit better here. So let's switch to that. Okay. So here at the surface, you know, we do have that strong northerly component and easterly component. So, in a dry atmosphere as well. So, what this is telling me is that very large hail could be a concern here. If it did decide it wants to form off here, very large hail could be possible, as well as, the downdraft capes over 1,500. That is well more than enough needed for extreme damaging wind potential. So, that's kind of what we're looking at. Devin says, hey everyone, what's up, Devin? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to see you here. Hopefully I can get my phone or something working. Wait, apparently it's working now. Hold on a minute. Let's see if it's working here on my tablet. At least it's working on my phone. Okay, it's not pulling up on my tablet yet. Gosh, it sucks dealing with all this technical difficulties. Hang with us, guys. See if it'll let me connect now. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just going to be stupid. Let's go see. Drew says, do I think Lincoln, Nebraska will see bad weather here more off to the south? So, what's up, Drew? Hope you're doing good. So, to answer your question, I'm going to pull up the region here in Lincoln. So, give me 1 second, because I don't know exactly where that's at, but I'll be able to tell you here in a second. Okay, so southeastern Nebraska. Got you covered, man. So, we're going to go ahead and move back here to the main screen. In regard to things, we're going to get rid of that. So, conditionally, I would say yes. Let me pull this up here. Yeah, so conditionally, yes. You're right there where this peak of instability does reach its way here. There's still a pretty strong cap, like I said before, that thunderstorm preventer, basically, which might have a hard time firing off storms, but yeah, it's kind of a bit. It's obviously a contaminated sounding. I'll tell you what. What I'm going to do here is we're going to look here at the precipitation outlook here, or the precipitation thing here. And then we're going to take a look here at the convective outlooks here in a minute. So, that area of low pressure is just going to spin to the north of you. And this is honestly going to, conditionally allow for the things that it's needed for severe weather setups to happen. basically occur. So I'd say it's definitely possible here. Now, we move over here to the Storm Prediction Center here. We're going to go ahead and switch to this right now. So the Storm Prediction Center does actually have a risk out here for Friday. You can see right here, and this does include you, okay? So to answer your question, Drew, yes, I do believe that severe weather is going to be impossible here for you. Like I said, this does include southeastern Nebraska, so watch out for it. We're going to be here for you guys. Like I said, the greatest risk area here does include north central Texas, basically central and eastern Oklahoma now. This actually did shift its way here to the east a little bit. Bits of eastern Kansas, western Missouri now included with this, as well as the, basically the southeastern side here of Nebraska. Okay, so that's what we are seeing here. So definitely, that's what we're seeing here. Let's go ahead and see here. Just one more says, greetings from Marlow, Oklahoma. What's up? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to see you here. Hope you guys are staying safe here. It's always good to have you guys around here for the live streams here for tonight. Because, first of all, I want to go ahead and say I'm sorry because we're having a bit of technical difficulties, and yeah, that's kind of how things decide it wants to go sometimes. Here's a better view on the Storm Prediction Center. So, now this is for day 4 here for Friday, for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. They're all predictability too low. Now, in regard to that, I will actually say that, like I said, there's enough energy in the atmosphere to allow for overall severe weather to kick off, throughout next week as well. Really here from Thursday into next week, seriously, that's what we should probably look at. Let's go and see, but the temperatures aren't going to be very conducive for severe weather. Look at the temperatures for Lincoln, Nebraska. So basically, that really just depends on the models too. The position of the low will tell you a lot of differences, because look at this. So we do track down here in time. This is for Friday here. You can see that, you can see that area of low pressure kind of pivoted right over you. Now, if that moves more north, you're going to get more warmer temperatures due to that warm air advection. If it goes more south, you're going to get less, you're going to get some more colder temperatures in regard to things. So, talking about that, you're gonna see those temperatures here in the 60s, which we really need to be looking at the dew points, and we are seeing those dew points here in the 60s as well. So, actually, Drew, yes, they are favorable of severe weather here. We have our 60-degree dew points. We have our dry bulb temperature, our ambient temperature outside in the 60s as well. So it's a relatively saturated ground level here. We're seeing, a lot of moist conditions there. And obviously it's going to be very, very muggy whenever this does happen here. Relative humidity is going to be in the 90s, probably even, a bit higher than that. So we'll see what happens. We'll take a look at the relative humidity right now. Yeah, you can see right here in the 90s. We're talking 94, 96 here. So, yes, conditionally, you need to be watching out for this. Here's your dry line, obviously, what's going on with this event. So, we got to continue watching this, y'all. This is actually going to get pretty nasty, I believe so. But, a bit of my concern right now is obviously that cap we have here. The cap is kind of a big concern. Now, look at this. Throughout the rest of the week, there is some moments here where we do have a lot of breaks in cap. However, the problem is with this is that, there's really not much wind shear. You get more wind shear on the northern portions. I'll tell you what, we're going to grab a sounding here. I believe that was across southern Illinois here. So the wind shear is there. Not contaminated, sounding good. We have a decent amount of instability here. That's definitely doable. Upper 60 dew points, definitely good here as well. DKP over 900. So, honestly, isolated tornadoes could be possible here. This is for Saturday. Remember, this is for Saturday here. Hail could be a concern as well. Maybe some small hail instances could be possible here. So overall, that's really not bad here. Like I said, it's across southern Illinois here for the late afternoon, evening hours here for Saturday in regard to things. And like I said, conditionally, there's going to be a lot of instability at play here over the next several days. Leading into next week as well. We can see multiple days here of instability clocking in as far north as the northeast. Now, just because we're seeing this does not mean that there will be severe weather across those regions. It just basically shows that the atmosphere has enough energy to produce thunderstorms. But there's obviously another component there in regard to, wind shear. Obviously, wind shear is a very big component here. So we're seeing over 3,000 instability values here, 3,000 joules per kilogram here. Across bits of eastern Texas. So we're going to grab a sounding here. I don't believe that Shear, yeah, Shear's kind of a bit on the weaker side. Dry atmosphere, very dry. Large hail could be a big concern here, damaging winds and tornadoes, it's possible isolated-wise, but, overall, scattered tornadoes, no, probably not. So we got to continue watching this, though. This is obviously still a few days out, and things can obviously change here and are in favor. Let's go see. I live in Oklahoma City. Last Saturday was pretty scary. I wonder if the cap will break in Oklahoma City this Friday. Now, in regard to that, like I said, across Oklahoma City here for late Friday, there's conditionally a lot of instability that's at play here. There's definitely a lot of instability, but the problem is that cap is there. Look at this. We're seeing negative 300, negative 200, which, really you can't have more than negative 30. Because, at that point, the cap starts getting pretty strong. So, right now, thunderstorms would not fire off in that. At least have a very hard time doing it. Now, GFS shows a break in the cap here. Look at that. That's where the models come in differently. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to continue watching this here over the next few days. We're going to see what happens here. Look at those storm bases here. Look, here's the base of the thunderstorm, right up here past 1 kilometer. So, tornadoes would not happen in that conditions here. Dry surface, that's a problem right off the bat as well. Dry mid-levels was okay for hail development. Some damaging wind potential could be there as well. Tornado-wise, even though there is a bit of a veering wind shear pattern, I don't expect tornadoes to be a concern here. That's because of the lower levels is what's concerning here. So, we're just going to have to continue watching this, guys. Really here over the next several days. There's a lot more to it in regard to things. Let's go see. Drew says, so in general, I think Lincoln is mainly hail and when tornado threat would be further south into Oklahoma and Kansas. Yeah, I do believe so. In regard to things here, we're going to take a look here back towards that. So, like I said, there's a bit of a cap that's in place there for you. But if somehow that cap does end up breaking, which it can usually, usually the models this far out do kind of cap things a lot before they actually happen. Here's a bad sounding. There's obviously a cap in there. There's obviously a very large cap there. And in regard to things, base-wise, I'm going to take another sounding here. For a previous hour, this is for the afternoon hours here. So, shear-wise, we have a bit of northwesterlies here at the surface, which is okay. And then we have northerlies here towards the mid-levels, which, first of all, the wind shear is quite weak here. Our bases is kind of low here, which is basically what you need, lifted condensation level. It's where your storm base is at here. But it's not free to rise until it reaches over 3 kilometers, apparently. That's because we have that cap in effect. Now, with that, tornadoes probably not going to be a concern. As of now, at least, according to this model. As of now. So, we're going to watch this here over the next little bit, y'all. Regardless, it's going to be a pretty sketch event here. We got to really wait until we start getting a lot of those, the short-range models popping out here. Here's actually been a thing over the last few days is that, or the last day here, we've actually been monitoring another potential event here later on in the second week of May, but that's very, very far out. I do expect there to be some changes with that, but, it's just something to look out for. It's kind of a bit interesting here to see what is going on. But like I said, guys, if you are new to the channel, do me a favor, consider hitting that subscribe button. Glad to have all of you guys here tonight. And I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. It's kind of annoying me, not going to lie. Because, I've been trying to get this thing to work here for a while, but, yeah, it doesn't want to work. So, covering up a lot of my screen here, I can barely see your all's comments. But anyways, like I said, guys, we just need to be on the alert here, really, from the late portion of this week, basically from Thursday into the mid-portion of next week. There is going to be widespread chances of severe weather, not just across the central United States, but eventually this might lead into the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and bits of the eastern portion. So, obviously, there's a bit of a cap that's in effect here for the main event here on Friday. That's our only concern here at the moment, is that cap. But, we're going to continue watching this here. This could definitely break in regard to things. Let's go see. OKT says, I wonder what models on Thursday will show. So, shifting back here to Thursday. Now, conditionally, there could be, enough energy in the atmosphere to produce some thunderstorms here for Thursday. I mean, look at this. We're literally seeing here a break in the cap here. Instability over 1,000, so, I mean, I don't see why not, thermodynamic-wise. But I do think that wind shear is going to be quite weak, which it is, because that area of low pressure has not really strengthened too much yet. Now, this could support some, short-lived thunderstorms here, because obviously, it's going to have a hard time keeping that downdraft or that updraft separated from the downdraft there. Because obviously you don't want to get that cold air injecting itself into the updraft again. That would kill out the storm and neutralize it. But that's probably going to be a concern here, considering how weak the wind shear is. Now, if the wind shear is stronger, if we have stronger winds at those upper levels here, that's going to help arc that updraft, basically to push all that cold air away from the updraft here. Which, yeah, that would actually... that's what we want to see here. But that's probably not going to be a concern here for Thursday. Dry atmosphere, though. Very, very dry atmosphere here. In regard to things, decay potential is there as well. So we'll see, maybe a few, isolated strong storms could be possible, but they're probably not going to be long-lived at all, and considering that, because, like I said, there's really not much shear going on there. But, like I said, the day after that, we're going to get this trough that moves its way down here. You can actually see it right there. We got ourselves a shortwave trough here. It's not connected to the main line. You can obviously see what's going on right here. So this is that area of low pressure. We're going to get that ramp in the jet stream shooting its way up here, and that's going to continue to drag all of this warm air here into the United States ahead of the front. So, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the chat here. I'm going to be here for y'all. Like I said, I really do appreciate all your support here. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated, guys. We're almost at 2,000 subs. We absolutely have killed it, getting there. So, guys, thank you all so much for your support. You guys absolutely rock here. So, thank you all so much for being here. But you know what, guys? We're going to go ahead and head on break here for a few minutes. So hang tight here for a few minutes, y'all, because we usually go live here or we take a break here at the half point. So hang tight, you guys. We'll be back here momentarily. Like I said, Cattle Rancher says, thank you for what you do, Central Kansas here. You're very, very welcome. Like I said, I'm glad to be here for you guys. I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to be on top of this event here. So guys, we'll be back here in about I'd say about 10 minutes here. I'm actually going to set the timer here for 5 minutes because I don't want to take too long here. We're going to set it for 5 minutes, so we'll be back here in 5 minutes, guys. So hang tight here for a few minutes. Like I said, if you guys do want to support the channel, we do have our link in the description, as well as it's pinned here in the chat, our donation and our merch store. You guys should probably check that out while we're gone here. But guys, we'll be back here momentarily, so hang tight, guys. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes.
Wednesday night, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Then rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the upper 50s. South winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 70%. Thursday, mostly cloudy. Rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms in the morning. Then chance of rain showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs around 70. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 60%. Thursday night, rain showers likely and chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 50s. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 70%. Friday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the middle 70s. Friday night, rain showers and chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the middle 50s. Chance of precipitation 80%. Saturday, mostly sunny with slight chance of rain showers. Highs in the upper 60s. Saturday night and Sunday, partly cloudy. Lows in the middle 40s. Highs in the upper 60s. Sunday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows around 50. Chance of precipitation 30%. Monday and Monday night, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Highs around 70. Lows in the lower 50s. Chance of precipitation 40%. Tuesday, partly sunny with slight chance of rain showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the lower 70s. Here is the hazardous weather outlook. For tonight, no hazardous weather is expected at this time. For Wednesday through Monday, elevated fire danger is possible again on Wednesday in north-central Kansas. Spotter activation will not be needed through tonight. The Todeka, Kansas climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., April 26, 2022. Today's high temperature was 70 degrees. This time the normal high of 70. Today's low temperature was 33 degrees. This low was 14 degrees below the normal low of 47. No precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 0.93 inches. The total precipitation for the year still stands at 5.80 inches. Today the maximum wind observed was 16 miles an hour from the southeast. The highest wind gust observed was 21 miles per hour from the southeast. Sunset tonight is at 8:11 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:29 a.m. The Manhattan, Kansas climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., April 26, 2022. Today's high temperature was 73 degrees. This high was 3 degrees above the normal high of 70. Today's low temperature was 26 degrees. This low was 19 degrees below the normal low of 45. No precipitation fell today, which leaves the monthly total at 0.34 inches. The total precipitation for the year still stands at 3.09 inches. Today the maximum wind observed was 22 miles an hour from the south. The highest wind gust observed was 32 miles per hour from the southwest. Sunset tonight is at 8:15 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:33 a.m. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXK91 in Todeka, Kansas. Here are the 7 p.m. conditions for the local area. At Todeka, it was sunny. The temperature was 68 degrees, and the relative humidity was 22%. The wind was south at 13 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.21 inches and falling. At Manhattan, it was sunny. The temperature was 70 degrees, and the relative humidity was 18%. The wind was south at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 24. Around the region, it was
Alrighty, guys, we are back here. Sorry for the bit of a wait here. We're just taking our break as we usually do. If you guys are just now joining us, obviously welcome. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys have been staying safe. We've been dealing with a little bit of severe weather here today across the Mid-Atlantic, but it does seem that it is mostly over here, which is definitely some good news. I believe we did have a tornado actually confirmed here in Virginia, even though there really was not a tornado threat. From what I did see here a little bit ago. Let's see if I can actually find this back here. Oh, yeah, here we go. 2 hours ago, we've confirmed a tornado in Waynesboro. This is sourced from the National Weather Service in Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland here. We've confirmed a tornado here in Waynesboro, Virginia. It's actually my home state. More information will be coming here, storm survey tomorrow. So, there was actually a tornado that did drop here in Virginia. Yep, it did drop here in Virginia here for today. So let's go ahead and move back here, guys, to the models. We're going to go ahead and pull things back up again. Obviously, like I said, if you're just now joining us, obviously welcome, guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys have been doing all right. So yeah, we've been dealing with a bit of technical difficulties today, but we should be clear. We should be good now. In regard to things, my tablet's not wanting to work, so I'm going to pull up the comments here on my phone. I'm going to prop up my phone right here so I can actually see what's going on here with the comments and stuff like that. But, like I said, hope you guys are doing good. Glad to see all of you guys here for today. So, right now we are seeing this cold front move its way out of the United States. thank goodness we're already almost done with this event here. I believe the severity is mostly almost over here. However, when we do track ourselves down in time, you'll notice we have another trough, another shortwave trough moving its way across the central United States. This little bubble you see right here, this is going to cause a lot of mess. So, we are going to have an area of low pressure that will start to develop here across bits of eastern portion here of Colorado. This will track its way here into the central portions here of the United States, the central portions here of the plains here, and this is going to cause a bunch of problems. Now, first of all, this is going to warm the temperatures up very, very hot, because obviously, like I said, during these events, they rotate counterclockwise here. Basically, what we are seeing here is, these events, they rotate counterclockwise in a term like this. So, that's basically what we are seeing here. We're seeing a big old mixing of the atmosphere come down here. That's why you see all this, this cold air start to push down. It's because we have all of that cold air being brought down here from that circular motion here. And then the opposite does happen here up in the, in the Gulf of Mexico. You see all these little wind barbs? They're pointing to the north here because all this warm air is pulling itself in. So they're basically, we're having this big old mixture, this big old whisk of basically, of rotation going on here. And this whole system is going to stir up the atmosphere. Now, the interaction between that cold and that warm air is going to cause some nasty stuff to kick off here in regard to severe weather. Overall instability is going to be at play here. So, pretty big concerns, huh? So, we've got to continue watching this here over the next several days. This is going to be a pretty bad event here. I am scheduling it here from Thursday, actually starting on Thursday. But the big event's expected here on Friday. Now, there's still a bit of, there's still a little bit of work that needs to be brought out between these models here. The GFS NAM, we're just now getting the NAM model inside of this event here, which, this is still a few days out. So we're going to continue watching it over the next few days. But I would just be on the lookout because we are expecting a severe weather event here across the central U.S. Right now would be a good time to be prepared for it, and essentially like that. Right now is a good time to be prepared for it, but there's no reason to panic at all, okay? I just want you guys to get a little bit of an extra heads up here. I want to go ahead and help you guys out as much as I can in regard to things, so I just want to go ahead and say, stay safe, you guys, and if you have any questions at all, even after we're done with the live stream or, with the video, whatever, I want you guys, if you have any questions, reach out to us. We have our social media here in the description. We have our Discord. We have our Twitter. We're mostly active on Discord. We also have our Twitter there. You guys can check us out. But that is what we are seeing here. So I do plan on being live here for Friday. I'm going to be live during these severe weather events here for you guys because I want you all to stay safe in regard to things, in regard to there. Let's go ahead and see. Devin says, oh, do I remember tomorrow is back in 2011, the super outbreak that did occur. Yes, that is a very famous day and a very unfortunate day. So, like I said, prayers goes out to everyone who got affected by that. But yeah, like I said, we are watching the storm system that is, gaining strength here, at least over the last few model runs, in which we have got to watch out. There's going to be more than enough energy that's needed for thunderstorms to fire off here. We're going to get a lot of warm air to start moving its way into the southeast. It's going to be so nice for a while, but it is going to it's going to hit pretty hard here if it does play out the way that the forecast models are hitting it towards. So, like I said, look at this. We're seeing these temperatures here for the midday. We're talking the hottest time of the day here. In regard to things, look at this. We're seeing temperatures here in the upper 90s across bits of north central Texas into central Oklahoma. It is going to be quite daggone warm across bits of the south here. Like I said, then that cold air takes place here. That cold air starts backing behind, and look at this. We're going to see those temperatures drop here in the 40s, not too far after. So we're going from the 90s here to the 40s. Absolutely crazy, huh? Absolutely crazy. So that is what we are seeing here, y'all. So we need to be watching this here pretty daggone close here. And like I said before, I've said it many times, y'all. We're in the season where severe weather is very likely, where it's very common, and where it happens the most. So I want you guys to be alert. I want you guys to be prepared for this. I'm just saying right now what the point of this video or this live stream is for today is to keep you guys prepared, okay? I want you guys to be prepared for this. If you live anywhere across the central U.S., I'm talking north central Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. If you are across any of those states, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do your friends and family a favor, give them a heads up, let them know what's happening, and obviously be prepared for it before this does actually happen. Because obviously safety is number one key, and obviously my job here is to give you guys all the information that you need in order to stay safe, to basically, give as much information as I can in regard to things, and to help save your guys' lives. That's the whole reason I'm here. That's the whole reason this channel exists, you guys. It's because I care about you. I want you guys to stay safe. I want to go ahead and remove, the factor that, people ignore these warnings and ignore everything like that. So I'm here on YouTube to give you guys the actual, the statements here in regard to what we are expecting. So take my word for it right now. We are going to see severe weather here on Friday. And could it be bad? Yes, it could honestly be bad. All types of severe weather, extremely large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes being a concern here. So we've got to watch this, y'all. It's going to be a thing over the next several days, really. Like I said, we only have forecasted here for Friday. Here for actually Thursday, there's a possibility of some thunderstorms here. Friday, we have the big day. Now, honestly, like I said, I do expect this to actually move its way into the early portion of next week as well. Okay, so this is probably going to last here for several days. I can even go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about here right now. So now we're looking at here at this Supercell Composite. This basically takes your overall instability, your overall wind shear, basically the two main ingredients that's needed for thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms to get off here. And this basically ranks it, showing you from the lowest potential of severe weather into the highest potential. So here's what we're looking at right now. So obviously, that cold front is now moving its way out of the United States. We have a little bit of things going on here, nothing too crazy. Across the mid-Atlantic, it's going to go away here for pretty soon, but watch what happens here. I mean, you might be wondering what's happening right here for the late portion of Friday. Now, I know this is Saturday right here, but this is actually for Friday. 000 is a late portion of Friday. So this is after the sun has gone down and everything like that, but this is what we are seeing here. So, area of low pressure is going to kick off across the central United States, drawing up a whole bunch of that warm air like I was talking about. So all this warm air is going to shoot its way into the United States here. It's going to increase those temperatures. It's going to make it nice and toasty here in the beginning, but then you're going to get this back in cold air that starts backing in behind the system. Because like I said, these systems rotate counterclockwise. Essentially what's going to happen here is we're going to have a big old mixing motion in the atmosphere, and this is exactly what's going to happen here. So that is what we are looking at, guys. Things are going to be pretty crazy here. There's going to be conditionally a lot of severe weather being possible here. We're going to grab a sounding across bits of basically northeastern Oklahoma here, and we're going to see exactly what this is showing. So, wow. Okay, so it's actually a pretty concerning sounding here. It's going to see sounding says, will north central Oklahoma get rain Saturday? So that's actually a really good question here. Before we look at that, I want to go ahead and, or before we look at the sounding here, I want to go ahead and pull that up here for you real quick. So you're asking about, north central Oklahoma get rain on Saturday. Okay, so here for Saturday, honestly, it's kind of looking like you might be in the clear. Maybe some, isolated showers could be possible. Nothing too crazy in regard to things. But we're moving back here to late Friday here for, I think this was across the northeastern side here of Oklahoma. So, very, very dry atmosphere in place. You can see we're here between the mid-levels and the lower levels. This is going to support some large hail. This actually could get pretty nasty in regard to things. We could get some large hail, firing off here according to this, the sounding here. DK values here over 1,500. Extreme damaging winds, so maybe over 80 miles per hour could be expected with this. Our wind shear is absolute nasty. We got some very strong northerlies. We have some very strong easterlies here at the mid-levels. That is causing some rotation to kick off in the atmosphere. There goes my camera for the first time. Wow, I guess it's been doing on my new setup here too. But that is actually going to cause some spin to kick off here in the atmosphere, which what it's going to do is that actually might cause, some tornadoes, unfortunately, being a concern here. So that is what we are seeing here. Let's go ahead and see here. Should I be concerned for Saturday? I'm going to be somewhere in Kentucky. Well, Kentucky here, I'm actually in Kentucky right now. But in regard to things, Kentucky should probably watch out here at least for Saturday. Saturday is going to be enough energy in the atmosphere here for late Saturday for possible some storms here, but we'll continue watching this. Jan says, will this get stronger as it moves where it goes? So honestly, in regard to things, it kind of looks like it's going to be most strongest across the central portion here of the country, at least according to your GFS model here. In regard to things, there's going to be, that's where you're going to have your highest instability. That's where you're going to have your highest amount of wind shear. So yes, I honestly say that the worst is going to happen here, at least across the central U.S. And as it moves on, it's still going to cause some problems, but I think the worst is going to be happening here on Friday in regard to things. So we'll continue watching this in regard to things. But I'm glad to see you guys asking questions here. If you have any questions at all, y'all consider leaving down here in the chat. How about Central Alabama on Sunday? Good question here, and said by Toby. So for Sunday, honestly, look at that. For late Sunday here across Alabama, there's some modest instability there. There's some mild to moderate I say mild to modest here. I mean, we're seeing just over 500 for the most part, and you're wondering about central Alabama, kind of near Birmingham, I'm sure. So we're going to grab a sounding here. It does look like the wind shear is a bit on the weaker side. Yeah, the wind shear is kind of all scattered out. Thermodynamics-wise, seriously, there could be some support of, thunderstorms here, but that wind shear is very weak. If anything develops, it's going to die instantaneously. It's not going to want to keep on going on here. Let's go and see here. No more severe weather for Virginia, right? Yes, I don't believe that there's going to be much more severe weather here for Virginia, considering that the cold front is already pushing out. You can see right here all those special marine warnings here in the blue. That's basically where the severity was. We've already got the worst here in Virginia, if that's what you're asking. Let's go and see. What about Illinois here on Saturday, says Abby. So let's go and take a look here at Illinois in regard to things. We're going to take a look here for, you said Saturday. Okay, so Illinois here for Saturday. Oh, yeah, look at that. So Saturday, you're showing a lot of instability here for at least the central and southern portion of Illinois here. Basically for Saturday, this is on, kind of around those late afternoon, early evening hours here for Saturday in regard to things. And we're going to go ahead and take a sounding here across bits of south central Illinois here. We're going to take a look and see what is going on here in regard to things. And based off of what I'm seeing here, there is enough energy to allow for overall thunderstorms to fire off, so thunderstorms are going to be possible here. Our wind shear is there. It honestly is turning slightly with elevation, so that's a pretty good sign that this actually might have some, localized spin-off here, which possibly could cause maybe a few isolated tornadoes. Definitely possible here. DK here just over 800, which that can be supported here for at least damaging winds 58 miles per hour or more. In regard to hail, small hail could be possible. Definitely could be possible here. Let's go ahead and see. I gotta get some. Got some new questions coming in here. Let's go see. Toby says, it's like Shelby County under Birmingham seems to dodge a lot of things. Like I said, conditionally, it's possible. It's definitely possible here. Let me go ahead and see. Sewing says, what city is Bullseye Friday? I'd honestly say that Oklahoma City, Tulsa. You're probably going to be in the Bullseye there. Maybe Kansas City as well. We'll watch out. We'll watch out for this. Honestly, I do think Tulsa and Oklahoma are going to get, or Oklahoma City are going to get it pretty hard. We'll see what happens. We'll see exactly what happens here. Let's go see. LDOT says Pittsburgh getting snow. That's actually not surprising because that cold front is moving through, and obviously it's turning down the temperatures quite a lot, so really not surprising here. Jan says, will the northeast central... let's go see, U.S. get hit hard. So northeastern central portion. So basically the northeast, or the central portion of the northeast, basically. So in regard to severe weather, probably not. No, I don't think so. Let's go ahead and see like Indiana and Pennsylvania. Oh, Indiana is far away from Pennsylvania by a state, I think. But in regard to that, honestly, like I said, there's going to be enough instability-wise to allow for some thunderstorms to be possible here down the line, basically, for early next week. But severity, it's kind of unclear at the moment. We're going to watch that. Remind me here in the next few days, that way with the short-range starts coming in here. But yeah, that's what we are seeing here. Let's see here. Mike says, how much of this will hit Ohio? Good question there, Mike. So in regard to things... Ohio, here in the Ohio Valley, is likely going to see some instability. The most of the instability will kind of... Instability here will be across bits of late Sunday. Kind of what it looks like. But, it might be limited. It's kind of showing some pretty weak... I mean, we're talking mostly under 500, which might be a concern, or might be a concern of these things forming at all. So there is going to be conditionally a decent amount of possibility here of maybe some storms firing off. Now, could they be severe? I'd say more isolated severe. Not too many of those storms will be severe, but a few could be basically just for maybe some damaging winds and maybe an isolated tornado or two and maybe some hail. Hail kind of looks like the greatest concern here if we are going off of Ohio here for late Sunday. Okay, so watch out for Sunday. Sunday's going to be your best day for it, Mike, across Ohio. Let's go ahead and see. Abby says, thank you. You're very, very welcome, Abby. Let's go see. Devin says, tweeted some photos and videos. Okay, I'm not logged in on my Twitter right now, so that's going to have to hold till the next live stream. Let's go ahead and see here. LDOT says it was 85 2 days ago. Yeah, it's pretty warm across a lot of the country here. All that warm air is moving its way up into the country here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here as well. Karen says, is this a multiple day event here for Central Texas? So that's actually a good question here. So over the next several days, yes, Texas is going to have enough instability-wise. I'd honestly say late Saturday has a threat here. Kind of what I'm looking at here, the greatest wind shear event is going to be happening here on Friday, late Friday, late Saturday as well. So honestly, yeah, even into Sunday as well. I'd honestly say that Central Texas could have multiple rounds of severe weather here, or at least thunderstorms in regard to things. Definitely being possible. So watch out, Karen. If anything crazy happens, we'll definitely let you know. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and see. Notzek says, "What's up, Andrew? How's it going?" I'm just doing pretty good, Zach. I hope you're doing as well. I hope you're doing good as well. Could I check Stewart? Iowa here. I believe that's west of Des Moines. Let's go see here. For Saturday, Friday, severe weather here. Is it going to be bad? Thanks. West of Des Moines. Figured so. So in regard to things here for Friday and Saturday, you mean this Saturday and Friday? If you're talking about next one, obviously the one after this one, then no, you can't go out that far. But in regard to things, I tell you what, here just west of Des Moines, honestly, you're still cutting it close, man. Like I said, I remember you asking this the other few days. Yeah, it's still looking pretty much the same for you. There's really not much instability in the atmosphere. So I'd honestly say that I'm not going to say anything quite yet, so just keep on asking me this. Ask me again tomorrow, because we'll have a lot more shorter range model support, or mid-range model support in regard to that, and I'll have a better idea for you. It's kind of hard just to strictly go off the GFS model, because if you look at NAM here, it barely goes into that hour. You can see it's right there, and it does look kind of capped out and a little bit weak instability. So just give me an idea, or just remind me here over the next few days, and I'll be able to look at it for you. So, sorry I can't answer it right now because, like I said, the models are just kind of on the sketchy side right now. We'll go and watch this here over the next little bit. Let's see here. Mike says, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. You're very, very welcome, Mike. Jan says, if I would chase storms, it would suck. I barely know what all these radars mean. Yeah, if you don't know anything about radars, you should not be on the road. You should honestly not be on the road regardless. Even storm chasers shouldn't be on the road during these events, but, a lot of them are daredevils. Let's go ahead and see here. What else we got going on? Let's go and see. LDOT says, thanks. You're very, very welcome. Karen says, thank you. You're very, very welcome. Jonathan says, have a great one. You too, Jonathan. Glad to see you here again. Not Zach says this one. Let's go see. Wesley says, hi from North Mississippi. What's up, Wesley? Hope you're doing good. Glad to see you here again. I believe I've seen you here before. Welcome back if you have been here before. Let's go ahead and see here. Not Zach says, I see. Sorry for asking so much. No, you're good, man. Glad to see that you're actually asking these questions because obviously, I want to be here for you guys. I want to keep you guys safe here. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let's go see. Devin says, new day one convective outlook. Let's go take a look at that here right now. Ooh, honestly, probably should grab a better view here. So let's go and take a look at this. I do believe, yeah, they canceled the severe risk here for today. No longer in effect. So we're looking pretty good. For today, no severe weather is expected anymore. So cold fronts move through. We're looking pretty good, y'all, for today at least. But for tomorrow, we do have a small margin risk here. No tornadoes, just damaging wind and hail potential here. For Thursday, we have a small chance for severe weather across the central United States here in regard to things, and that's for Thursday. And then Friday, obviously, we have our big day right there. 15% chance, pretty large zone if you ask me. My phone decided it wanted to turn off on me. So yeah, that's what we're seeing here. So obviously, yeah, we got to be watching out for this. So for today, you guys, no more severe weather is expected. That is obviously some good news. Let's see here. Weather on the Go says hello. A parade of shortwave troughs moving through the United States during the next several weeks. Very active. It does look to be that way, and we were looking at that shortwave trough here. I'm actually going to pull it up right now on 500 millibar. Look at this. This is a shortwave trough. Basically, this is not connecting to the main jet stream here in regard to things. But there you go. This little bit of a dip, this little depression we have going on here, this is going to be the main driver of all of our crazy stuff happening. That's where the low pressure is, driving in some warm air from the east and driving down some cold air from the west. Going to cause all of that spinny spin to go on in the atmosphere, causing a bunch of instability. So see, Toby says, when will I be live on Thursday? I'm willing to try to help out with things again like last time. Okay, so Toby, I will be like I said, For Thursday, I don't know if I'm going to be live on Thursday. Regardless, I mean, for the severe weather event, I'm going to be here live for 8 o'clock to 9 like I normally do. But I don't know about the severe weather event. I need to see a little bit more before I say anything. Let's go ahead and see here. Sewing says, will Friday's risk increase? Right now, I'm going to say no. Considering, there's a bit of a cap in place here. I want to see more data come in from the models showing that cap weaken. And if not, then it's going to kind of have my concern here. Because I'm actually a little bit concerned at the moment, considering that, the wind shear, that cap is pretty strong, which is going to help prevent thunderstorms from forming. Like I said, here's my bottle. I'm always keeping this here with me. Like I said before, thunderstorms, they want to rise. They want to escape. They want to be free. Now, what happens is if you have a cap, if you're restrained, squeeze a bottle, none of that air is going to come out. That's basically that cap that's in effect. They call it a cap for this specific reason. So, it's called a negative buoyancy. It's called convective inhibition. It's called a whole bunch of names, warm layers, whatever. Basically, it's the cap, and it's basically preventing thunderstorms from firing off. So, that's what we're concerned about. There's a pretty strong, tight cap there. Imagine this. There's a cap that's pretty tight, and it's kind of hard to come off. But we're going to watch for the models to see if that cap does loosen. If it does loosen, that will give a better chance for it to completely come off, giving it the potential that it actually could fire off here. Let's go ahead and see. Sewing says we'll be 95 Friday. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was actually looking at that here a minute ago. Models are looking pretty nasty in regard to temperatures there as well. So watch out for that. You're going to get all that warm engulfed moisture air. Yep, you're going to have a lot of fun with that. A lot of people are going to get a pretty decent warm-up here. Yet again, we're just getting over one now. We're starting to get that cold air back in the States now. But once we get the repeat process going on here, it's going to get pretty gnarly. Here. Toby says, all right, I'll wait until then. I just want to help others. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Toby. I'm here. I've got you guys covered in regard to things. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream here for tonight. It is now 9 o'clock. We live stream here every single night on the weekend or the weekdays from 8 to 9. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do me a favor. Consider hitting that subscribe button, guys, so you will stay on top with all the latest weather information here. And leave a like if you guys did enjoy the live stream. If you guys would like to support the channel, we do have our donation link / tip link here in the top portion of the chat if you guys want to check that out, as well as our merch page. We got some pretty cool stuff on there. I think you guys want to check that out. It'll help us out, guys. It'll help all of us keep our equipment going and stuff like that. So if you guys do want to help support the cause, like I said, links in the description as well as pinned in the chat. It'll always be active, so if you guys want to wait, or obviously you don't have to, but if you guys would like to do it later on or something like that, it's always open for y'all. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for being here. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you so much for being here. Abby says good night. Good night, Abby. Weather on the Go says good night. Good night, man. Hope you're doing good. L. Dot says bye. Thanks. You're very, very welcome. Hope you all have a wonderful night. YouTube, Mike, I see you. Thanks a bunch. Enjoy your night. YouTube, Mike. Well, thank you all so much for being here. You guys absolutely rock. Just always know that we're going to be here live again here for tomorrow, as well as our video is going to come out tomorrow as well. So thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope you guys stay safe. And guys, I'll catch you all here in the next one. Take care, y'all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Your National Weather Service forecast. Tonight, not as cool. Mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday, breezy, sunny.